Hello everyone, it's Deadly Knights 11 here, and today we're going to be playing PC Building Simulator. So this is a game I picked up a while ago. It's a pretty good game, I would say. I picked it up a couple days ago. Yeah, so basically what you do here is you take packages like computers and stuff, you put them on the table, and with my FPS will not have a heart attack. You get emails for job orders for the computers, and they give you instructions like, see, like here, remove virus. So what you gotta do is you gotta follow the objectives to get the computer to function correctly as it, should be running, and then you send it back, and they give you money for it. So yeah, so that's how we're starting here. Hey, thanks for taking over the PC shop for me. Sorry it's not in a better state. A few things. The company isn't doing very well, and there's no money in the bank account. The rent and energy bills come out monthly, so make sure you have enough money for them. I have a new job on the go, which should help with the rent. See the email below. Remember to always use thermal paste when putting in the CPU. I almost always forget, and the PC overheats. So that's very important. It's actually very easy to forget that. I've done that more times than one, I'll say that. So I think you're all set up. It's your company now, so run it how you see fit. I hope you do better than I did. Lots of love, Uncle Tim. P.S. I had to borrow $15 to fuel. You know how it is. So we're already starting negative, so that's great. And here's our first job. Hi Tim. I hope you can help me. My computer has been running slower than usual. I think I might have clicked on something I shouldn't have. Do I have a virus? Thanks, Gary. So then you click go to PC, and it originally would be here, but I already picked the PC and put it on the table here. So what we have to do is PC can boot to OS and remove viruses. So the first step usually to doing that is you gotta hook up the cables here. And we just gotta insert USB. Now you need to put in your USB in the back of the PC so you can install the virus scanner. Press 1 or install button to go to your inventory or the install button. Okay, yeah, I did read it right. And select the USB drive. It plugs into the USB slot on the back of the PC. Then we turn on the power here. There's two ways to turn on power. You turn on the power here or turn on the power here. This is a lot easier way to do it. Alright, looks like we're in the OS, so we did the first step. Now we gotta install the virus scanner. And here's one thing to really remember. You gotta remember to remove the programs, because after you add the programs, if you forget to remove them before you send it back to them, they'll actually give you a lower rating, because it looks kind of unprofessional if you leave your programs on there used to fix their computer. And then this is very important for later. Hold to get into the BIOS and stuff like that, so you can do some overclocking on the computer. Wow, that man had a lot of viruses. I'm not gonna say how he got them, but I have one idea. Then we have to remove the virus scanner tool because we cleaned out his computer. And then you have to restart your computer every time you uninstall and reinstall a program. But that should be good, and it should just boot into the OS over here. Now we can just take the computer. Now there's two ways to do this. You can use the cable, take all the cables out and do it, or just grab the computer. There's no bad thing to doing that, and it saves you a good amount of time when you do that. So our order's done. It says here, collect payment from email. So now we can go to the email, collect. We did it, and then we got $100 for that job. There's no point in keeping the email. I'll just discard the email so it doesn't fill up your box. And then that means we're pretty much done for the day. We have no emails. Good rule of thumb is you'll start getting this email box filling up with new orders for people. What you want to do is you want to go through and read every email to make sure you've bought all the parts before you start, and then you'll be ready for the next day. So then I'm going to end the day because there's nothing else for me to do today. I go to work. See here, we got some emails here. This is basically a tutorial. The game will usually run a little bit differently than it is right now. And then so we got the email from the guy. Hi there, I just wanted to say thank you for fixing my PC. It's booting faster than it has in years. I didn't realize your uncle has gone away. Looks like the business is in good hands, though. Thanks again, Gary. Alright, and then we have 3 new jobs here. So, here's what let's see what the people want. Hello. I need more space for backup on my files. Or, I need more space to back up my files. Could you install a 500 gigabyte hard drive, please? I'll bring it around first thing. Thank you, Gemma. So we just gotta accept that, and then install the 500 gigabyte storage drive or better. Now usually we have to go to the store, but I believe they give us storage for that. They don't. Okay. So I gotta go to the shop. Gotta go to storage, and then we just gotta buy 500 gigabyte or better. But 500 gigabytes the highest we can go right now. Now what you think we would do is just order, right? But other people need parts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold off on that until we see what the other people want. This guy, hello. Could you have a look at my PC? It isn't running as well as it did when I first bought it, and I've probably not been taking the best care of it. It looks a bit dirty. Could you give it a once over, please? If you can, I'll bring it around tonight for you in the morning. Thanks, P. Sherman. So here he doesn't want me to order. I don't need to order any parts for this. Remove viruses and clean out dust. That's free money right there. Hi, my graphics card has fried itself and I need it to be replaced with the same one, please. A NVIDIA GTX 970. Maybe one of those Sheen ones. Sheen? I can drop it around first thing tomorrow morning. Our labor is $260 and a budget. We have a budget of $265. So, the budgets are usually what you want to follow with what kind of part you want, because, he tells you what part he wants, but a lot of the time they don't tell you what part you want. Or they want in their system. So follow the budget, and it'll probably be the part that they're asking for. They'll probably be happy if you spent that much money on the part. Okay, so the objectives are replace the graphics card and install a Sheen GeForce 970 gamer or better. It says or better, but you don't really need to do or better. So the parts we need to order here is a graphics card, a 970 graphics cards. Just type in 970 here. Oh, clicked the wrong category. Okay, a Sheen GeForce GTX 970 gamer. $265. And the next day shipping. So now we just buy the parts now. Account overdrawn. Now this is gonna happen at first because you're not gonna have enough money necessarily. You can go into the negative and be fine. Your free overdraft is $1,000. Valued customer. Here at Megacorp, we know that life always doesn't run smoothly, so we provide a free overdraft for all of our customers. So your free overdraft limit is $1,000. There's not really any bad thing with going overdrawn unless you go over $1,000. Then I think you have to pay like a fee or something. But right now, all of our parts are in transit, so I think we're good for the day, for right now. Now we just have to wait for all the parts to arrive and all of our parts to arrive. Actually. Yeah, we bought the parts. I'm thinking if we bought the parts or not, but that's why I'm in debt. Yeah. Alright, go to work. And now all of our parts and all of our PCs are here. We got our GeForce 970, and we got our parts to put the stuff in the computers. I think we're gonna do the storage first, though. Now, this is gonna be the most tedious part of the game, taking off the case and all the screws and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't mind it a lot. I think it's pretty fun. By the way, rule of thumb: every time you take out the hard drive, you have to remove the back thing so you can take out the drive bay. Let's see here. I gotta unplug it first from the thing. Don't want to rip it out of the power supply. Then unplug this from the motherboard. Then we just remove the hard drive and install the new one we bought. Yeah. Actually, what we can do, because I don't think he wants us to get rid of it. Does he wants us? He wants us to install one. He doesn't want us to get rid of his old one. So what we can do is just keep his old one there, put it in. Those things are installed as soon as we plug them in. So we go to cables, connect to the PSU, and then we connect to these things here on the motherboard, the SATA ports, and connect to PSU. Now, what we gotta do is make sure the PC can boot. So, connect the PSU, graphics card, and then we need the keyboard and mouse. You don't really need a keyboard and mouse to go into the OS, but you know, I'll say go rule of thumb. I'm just gonna put the side panel because there's no way this is gonna fail. Oh, no OS found. Oh, I know why. We gotta do this right here, and then power off, powered on again. It's gonna install the OS onto that graphics card. It's because the order we put it in. We shouldn't really have put it in that order, because now the OS is gonna boot onto his other drive. Yeah, it's just gonna install the OS onto here. Then we should be good here. Yeah, I think we're done with this. What you gotta do is put it back in the slot here. And if it says collect payment from email, you've done a good job. PC can boot. So this one's a free money right here. Just gotta remove viruses and stuff like that. Pretty easy. Now, using compressed air can be a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, so just gotta keep that in mind. I find the best way to do it is to go like this, because it usually gets a large area of the thing. See, like it's kind of like sensitive in some areas where it doesn't always get rid of the dust. Where do we still have dust? Okay. Now we just need to boot on the PC and make sure it runs perfectly fine, and then just gonna remove the viruses. Okay. I always forget that also. We gotta put in the USB, so we make sure we can download the stuff here. Virus scanner. And it would like us to restart, so we got the thing on. In the beginning, they usually give you a lot of jobs with like blowing out computers and stuff like that. Getting virus scans, which are completely free jobs. You should definitely always take those jobs. You should really always take every job, but you know, this is you know, is basically the game. You just hook up the computer, you do stuff on it, make sure it's running fine, but make sure you put all the parts back together as they should be. You just gotta follow the objectives and stuff like that, and you should be fine. So we make sure the PC boots, we do not have any of that stuff on, and it says collect payment from email. We are done with that one. Now, we have a broken graphics card in this system. Can I put it down in a different way? Oh, that sucks. This guy is just like a brick as a computer. Alright. So this thing's broken, so what we gotta do is remove the parts. You gotta remove it from the computer and put in the new graphics card here. It should be right here. Okay. Got those parts. And then, let's see here. What else do I have to do? I think that's it. Now I just need to hook up the cables and then see if the computer runs now. And we should be fine. And a good rule of thumb also, when you have PC parts, just make sure you put on the side panel. If you did everything fine here that you're supposed to do, it should boot fine, and you shouldn't have any problem with it. Let's put it back, and it says collect from email. Now we can collect all three of these. Just telling me about new parts. Discard the emails that we don't need. Okay. If you hear that in the background, my mom's watching TV with her boyfriend, so yeah, if you hear that, that's why. I don't think we have any emails for anything right now, so I think we're good for this day. Okay. Now we have new emails here. Hello, mate. I needed help. I borrowed my mom's brand new PC, and I think I clicked on something I shouldn't have. Now it's riddled with viruses. I need it done before she gets back from her friend's house. Hurry. Cheers, Harry. That man's watching the good stuff. Hi, I'm giving my daughter my PC and she needs a lot of RAM apparently. She says she needs 16 gigabytes and I currently have 2 gigabytes and 4 RAM slots on my motherboard. Thanks, Jeff. Honestly, you don't really need 16 gigabytes of RAM. You can definitely get by with 8 gigabytes as long as your RAM is dual channeled. Make sure you buy 2 RAM chips or 2 RAM cards, because you don't want your computer running single channel mode. That actually has a horrific side effect on your performance. You can get as much as like 20 FPS lower from just having that be single channel instead of dual channel. Hi, I'm not very good with computers, but mine isn't working properly. It's been getting very hot lately and running slower and slower. I don't think I can hear the fan anymore. It lives on the floor of my dusty office. I hope it's not all clogged up. If you do have to replace the fans, then pick the cheapest one. I can't afford anything fancy. Thanks, best Audrey. Alright, we have a budget of $10. Replace air cooler and clean out dust. So let's see what parts we have to buy here. We just have to remove viruses for that one. Upgrade to 16 gigabytes of RAM. For this one, you don't really need like really good RAM. You just need, you know, the 2 sticks here of the 8 gigabyte. This guy wants a replacement of the air cooler and a pretty cheap one at that. So we just gotta get a CPU cooling. Get him just the cheapest option here for right now. Okay, we got that. That's everything we needed. So just check out for next day delivery now. Oh, we should be good for the next day now. I just gotta end this day. And we'll be back here, go to work. Okay. Now we got all our parts, now we have our computers to work on. PC can boot the OS, replace air cooler, and clean out dust. Whew. It's a dusty one. Whew. Gosh dang, buddy. What'd you do to this thing? Damn. The shit's starting to turn freaking orange. Okay. Just blow on it. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Okay. I'm gonna clean out the dust, replace air cooler, PC can boot the OS now. So he wants us to remove the cooler. We're gonna unplug the cable first, got that. Make sure you reapply the thermal paste on it. CPU cooling, the new one. Cable right here. Got cable, motherboard. Okay, now we just need to make sure it boots to the OS. Oh, and it will boot to OS if you don't have thermal paste on it, but they really hate it if you don't have thermal paste on it. And if they try doing anything with workload on it, then it will just blue screen. So just make sure you remember that. It's free. Thermal paste is always free. You don't need to. There isn't any problem with using thermal paste when you need it. Or when you know, I guess don't need it, but you always need thermal paste when you're replacing the CPU. So, we got that done. It says collect payment from email. Now this one is upgrade to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, just remove this RAM stick we already have in there. No, but two single channel, a 2 gigabyte single channel is just not good enough, honestly, for today at all. It probably wouldn't be good 10 years ago, to be honest. You gotta have the dual channel 8 at least to get by. You know what I mean? Don't mind that voice track. Don't freaking say anything about that. Okay, power supply cables. I think we're good with this. Now we just need to make sure it boots to OS. Make sure we get the cables on. just put on the side panel while it's booting, so we already know it's gonna boot. Okay. This should be good. Yep, click payment from email. This one, I believe, is the remove viruses. Okay. Come on, you bastard. Okay. Gotta put in the USB drive so we can install the virus stuff on it. Or, not install viruses, install the virus scanner on it, I should say. Okay. The virus scanner. It's gonna ask us to restart. Yes. Okay. And eventually you can like work on multiple computers here. You got the second workbench here. You know, it's pretty helpful if you have multi-day projects going. Let's see here. Let's use the virus scanner. Start and remove the viruses. Clean. These people have a lot of viruses. I've never seen this many viruses before. The virus scanner detecting before. Maybe this is just a really good one. Really good virus scanner. I don't know. I think I'm gonna make sure this video. I think this video should go to like 30 minutes, and then I think we'll be good. Honestly. Okay, we gotta put the case with the side panel back on. Okay, we should be good now. Okay, collect from email. Okay, collect. Got that. Collect. And collect. Just get rid of these emails here. You work on computers, right? PC is super slow right now. Yawn. I'm hoping for 16 gigabytes of memory if you can stretch to that. Those plastic white cables look really nice. I worry about used parts sent from my phone. Okay. So he wants us to just upgrade to 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I guess the side mission kind of is plastic white cables. So he wants us to probably put those in. Okay. Hi, are you available for a job? I need my PC cleaning. Is that something you offer? It seems to be running quite warm in terms of time. Can you get it finished by 1/8/2018 or 3 days from now? Those plastic white cables look really nice. I think I might visit one too many dodgy sites, Chris. Okay, so we've got to clean up the dust for that one. This thing is just telling us we got new parts. Okay, so he wants us to upgrade to 16 gigabytes of RAM and get white cables. White cables are pretty easy here. Let's get these. And then memory. Actually, I think we already own white cables. I don't think I need to do that. Motherboard. Oh, memory. My bad. Yeah, he wants. Does he want good-looking memory? No. We can just get him these base memory sticks here. They do appreciate you more if you get better RAM sticks, but it doesn't really matter that much. Those plastic white cables look really nice. A lot of people want plastic white cables. Alright, I think we'll be good for that day. No. The next day, and go to work. Okay, we got our RAM sticks. Now, what computer is this one? 16 gigabytes of RAM. Okay. Oh, is that a 1050 IC? Is that 960? 1050. Ooh, smart man. Okay, he wants memory. Oh, I gotta remove the memory stick first. Okay. Let's see here. 8 gigabytes. So I don't think we're gonna get a good score though on this mission if we're giving him this kind of RAM. Seems like he likes, you know, shiny RAM, so it should be fine though, honestly. Okay, let's put it back together. It's a lot more time efficient to do that while keep choosing the wrong ones. It's more time efficient to put on the case thing when you know it's not gonna, when you know it's gonna be fine. No keyboard. Oh, you have to put keyboard and mouse on. My bad. A lot of this game is just clicking. You don't really need to type much in this game, which is kind of nice. Nice to have a nice game like this where you don't have to break your keyboard just mashing keys. Okay. Remove case. This one's free money. You just gotta blow on it. Come on. Oh, he doesn't want white cables. I think he wants me to compliment his cables here. He's already got them cables. Smart man. Yeah, but I think this is a pretty nice game generally. You know, some of the way you use things can be kind of weird, but you know, it's like, honestly, I would say this is the best simulator for building PCs. I mean, it might be the best, just one permanently, because I don't think I've ever heard of another one. Okay, we're ready to collect these payments. Collect. Discard. Collect, discard. Okay. Oh, well, we don't have stars yet, so it doesn't really matter what kind of RAM, I guess, you put in it. Okay. Hi there, I was hoping you can help. My computer stopped working the other day, and now it won't turn on at all. Please can you have a look, please can you have a look for me? I think it might be the motherboard if it needs one. I know it needs a Skylake socket. Except, just wants us to replace the motherboard. Motherboard's one of the more pain in the ass things to replace in your computer, but it's not bad. Hey, I recently upgraded my PC, but now it's not working properly. The computer boots okay, but when I try it and benchmark it or run a game, the computer crashes. I haven't replaced my PCU because my new parts be drawing too much power. Please help. Darmain. Okay, he just wants us to install a Sheen Power King 600 or better and run 3D Mark to make sure it does not break. Hi there, I bought a PC from you 6 months ago from Tim, right? It's been overheating whenever I try and do something on it. I took a look under the CPU cooler and there's no thermal paste. What kind of Mickey Mouse business are you running? I demand you fix this for free, and this time test the PC before you send it back. Regards, Dr. Waterman. Okay, well, I guess Tim didn't. I guess he wasn't lying when he said he wasn't great with thermal paste. Okay, so first off, we should buy a power supply, 600 watt. Okay, run 3D Mark, replace motherboard. He wants a Skylake motherboard. They're all Skylake, it doesn't really matter. It's cheapest one. Upgrade not working. Let's see, apply thermal paste, run 3D Mark. Okay, we got the parts here. It's not that bad. Let's see here. Buy now. Looks like we're gonna go a little bit above 30. I'm gonna end the video when I'm done with this day, I guess. Go to work. Okay, got the parts here. This one is I have to install the power supply. Okay. Power supplies aren't that bad to install. Just a good amount, just a lot of screws. Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta unplug everything from the motherboard first, huh? Before we remove. Come on. Okay. Let's install the new power supply we got here. Oh, it's a 250 watt. No wonder. That thing's probably drawing. That thing probably doesn't have enough freaking power. What's that man thinking? Okay. Those. Let's see. Install the side panel. Actually, we gotta hook up the cables first to make sure, you know, it actually runs properly, right, guys? PC. Okay, now we just gotta put on these, this, and this. Powered on. I don't have anything that thinking this computer will possibly fail in 3D Mark. Now we just put that power supply in. I remember when 3D Mark was just hard to run. Wow. So how far have we come? It's crazy. Wow. 16 FPS. This would be the kind of time where you like leave it there, because this test runs for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we just grab another computer, put it there, and it'd be fine. Yeah, this is actually really good FPS, but no wonder, you know, it shut off. Make sure you always have enough a good enough power supply to put in with your new parts. The guy definitely didn't have enough wattage for his new parts. He's getting a decent. I mean, he's not even getting a bad score in 3D Mark, so he's probably has decent parts in his system right now. Wow. That's crazy. This test isn't even that old though, is it? I mean, it's only like a couple years old at most. I think it was like 2018, 2017. But that test is not even that hard to run anymore. It's not easy to run, but you know. Okay, this one is where you apply the thermal paste and stuff like that. Okay. Make sure it runs smoothly. It's nice that like the Christmas update made this whole room like, you know, Christmas themed. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. Okay. Side panel on. No, we just need to run 3D Mark. Yeah, we should be fine. Forgot to do it. Oh man, oh, I'm dumb. I could have just put in the USB. I didn't need to take out the cables. This is definitely gonna be a long one, folks. If you made it this far, you're a freaking G, that's what I'll say. Start it, do it again, then we just gotta run 3D Mark. It seems like it's running fine though. Ooh. Wow. Look at that FPS. That's crazy. 5 FPS, wow. I don't think this is actually true though, because with the 970, I don't think you get this bad of FPS. The 970 is not even like a terrible card. Honestly, that thing still holds up today. I mean, not great, but like honestly, in my computer I have a 1050 Ti, and you know, for some of the things I read, it was better than the 1050 Ti. Obviously not with the architecture, but with like, you know, with with the new architecture and stuff like that, it probably edges it out a little bit. The 1050 Ti edges it out just a little bit, but 970 definitely not a bad card. You can definitely run a lot of modern games with that still, and I mean it is a pretty overpriced card. Like you can get probably a 2060 for the price of a 970 right now, unless you go on like Craigslist or something. You can probably find a cheaper one. But yep, past 3D marks, so I think we're good with that. Yep, notice the last one. Now he's got to replace the motherboard and make sure it boots to OS. This is probably the most tedious part. This is the most tedious part in your computer to fix. The motherboard, or to take out. You gotta take out like the CPU, you gotta take out the RAM. Okay. Come on. Okay, then we can remove this. You gotta take out all the screws. And then there's secondary screws you have to take out after you take out these screws, and then you gotta put in the other one and then do everything again. Motherboard's definitely the most tedious thing to put in your computer. Like in real life, it's a lot more fun putting in the motherboard than it is in this game. That's what I'll say. Nice thing is you can just hold it down, you don't have to like rapidly click when you're doing it. You're putting in the screws. That make it kind of a pain. Shoot. Yeah, and then I gotta close this. Gotta put in the graphics card in this thing here. Apply the thermal paste. Cooling. But it's also a lot more complicated. Like this game really complicated, or really makes it more simple for you. It doesn't seem that like bad to put in the motherboard and stuff like that, but like with motherboards, connecting to your case is kind of a pain because you have like a bunch of little cables. You gotta connect them, like 2-prong cables. It's definitely a piece of work. That's what I'll say. Okay. I think we got everything good in this system. Just hook up the cables. Oh, I forgot one thing. Yeah, I gotta connect the power of the case to the motherboard. There we go. Now we got it. No OS found. No boot device. Man, next time I'm just not gonna take out the frickin' thing because I gotta connect the hard drive. No, okay. Now let's try. Okay. Okay, now we can collect these things from our email. Oh, a 5-star. Okay. Leveled up and got all these parts. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna end it, guys, though. This has been PC Simulator. Or PC Building Simulator, I should say. It's a really good game. I'm definitely probably gonna make a series on this game. But yeah, just tell me in the comments of 2 people who watch my videos. Tell me if you like this content or not. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.